Okay. I believe I am live. Yeah. Is that how it is? Let me give me 1 second. Okay, yeah, I believe I am good to go. Um let's see. What is up, Viking? Boom, we are here. 4 straight wins. 4 straight wins, and this was just a big dub. Samurai Beast Warrior, go Lakers. I hope the Lakers win it all. That is correct. I hope the Lakers win it all. They're looking better, man. That's all I got to say. LND, big dub. Yes, it is a big dub. Drew Dawson says the Warriors are still better than the Lakers. One step at a time for the Lakers. One step at a time. This team has a lot of potential. That's all I'm about to say. Y'all can go ahead and debate that in the comment section whether you think by the end of the season, do you think this Laker team has a chance at beating the Warriors in a playoff series? Viking, Malik freaking Monk. Remember the name, 100%. I've been saying it all year long. Go back to the old videos, the first video I've ever made, whatever the case is. I've been talking good about Malik Monk, man. This guy just has it. Man. It's nice to see y'all in the chat. Get things going. Get some more people going. Alan D says dunk show tonight. Yep. It's always a good night when the Lakers can, put on a show like that. It really is. Obviously, Drew Dawson says the Lakers have no shot at beating the Warriors. As far as I'm concerned, man, if you have LeBron James on your team healthy with this kind of supporting cast, you can't count them out. Ever. Ever. Samurai says Skip Bayless is crying. Honestly, I bet he is. I bet if I go onto his Twitter, he's probably typing in all caps or whatever the case is right now. So, yeah. Gigi says, let me instigate. You going to take that from Drew? There's not much to respond to that, I don't have much to say about that. You know what? Y'all, that's your guys' job. That's your guys' job. Viking says Lakers in 3. Yep, Lakers in 3, baby. All day. Antonio says, get out of the chat at Drew. This is all about the Lakers. Hey, he's welcome in the chat, man. Like I mentioned before, we can anything. It doesn't even just have to be about the Lakers, but this was a huge win for the Lakers. Gigi said, you saw Albert and I trolling Drew. It was lovely. And we will continue doing that. Every time the Warriors lose, we will continue trolling Drew. That's how it's going to be. That is how it's going to be. Drew says Warriors in 6 over the Suns. Maybe not. But the season's so long, right? Season's not even halfway done yet. Almost. It's almost there. But yeah. Richard Smith, what's up, man? I'm happy for the Lakers. Hey, I'm happy for them too. 4 straight wins. It's a big deal considering the adversity they have gone through, the COVID cases, the injuries. So I agree with you, Richard. It's just nice to see the Lakers get some wins, and that's what's the important part. One step at a time. One step at a time for the Lakers. I'm not going to sit here and crown them, but good start. Good start so far. Good start. Viking says small ball 5 with LeBron is elite. AD might as well rest up for the year. Honestly, dude. People keep on talking about, oh, when is AD going to come back and stuff like that. Honestly, I haven't really missed him as much as I thought I would have. But simply because of the fact that LeBron is playing so well at the 5 and that everyone else is doing what they have to do plus more. I mean, see players like not Kent Bazemore, Malik Monk and Avery Bradley, dude. Oh my God, just fantastic. Drew Dawson says not that again. Gigi said, would y'all want Parker on the Lakers? Which Parker are you talking about? I don't know which Parker you're referring to, Gigi. All I'm simply saying is that the Lakers are back. They've been back. Jabari? Nah, I'm okay. I'm cool with the team we got now. You feel? Celtics just let him go. I mean, I don't know how much of a. I haven't really kept up with Jabari Parker as often. Yeah, I don't really know much about Jabari Parker. I know he's. I don't know. I mean, he's solid, right? He's right. I don't know. Viking says he ain't Peter Parker, baby. I was about to say, if it's Peter Parker, that's a different situation we're talking about, but it's not. It is simply not. Drew says the Splash Brothers are back. You know, I like Steph and Clay, but it's a lot of Warrior fans that really get me on my nerves. So, Gigi, when you're saying, why don't I talk back? It's simply because you can't win, regardless of the points you make or whatever the case is. You can't win with them. So I decide instead of losing my voice, I'm a conservative for other talk, right? James Wiseman is next. Yep. What's good though? I think the Bulls played today. They played the Wizards, right? They did play the Wizards. They won. Like I predicted. What's new? The Wizards are the Wizards. They're always going to be the Wizards. But yeah. See what's good. Sebastian says Johnson and Reeves' defense. 100% Sebastian. I'm glad you pointed that out because a lot of people want to talk about the offense, right? Offense is more flashy, offense is more popular. But Stanley Johnson, when he came on to the Lakers, he just brought on that defensive intensity that we were missing. And Austin Reeves as well. He just plays really, really smart, man. So I agree with what you're saying, Sebastian. It's just great. It's just great to see, and I'm glad you pointed that out. So good point, man. Gigi says the Warriors is Drew's only identity, sadly. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Viking says Curry's been looking awfully rough these last two games. And here's my thing, okay? Everyone goes through rough patches. So Steph Curry, he's going through a rough stretch, and that's normal. But had this been LeBron, Durant, or someone of that caliber, they would never hear the end of it. But only when Curry has these bad games, he gets all the excuses in the world. I'm telling you. Every time the Lakers lose, you go to the comment section, they're always like, oh, LeBron's trash, LeBron choked. But when ESPN posted Steph Curry stats these past two games, everyone's like, oh, well, Steph Curry, everyone has bad stretches. Where's that same energy for Steph Curry? That's simply what I'm saying. If you're going to hold these other players accountable, you got to hold Steph Curry accountable. Sebastian says, don't forget the fact that we let Caruso go. Imagine a trio made of Johnson, Reeves, and Caruso lockdown defense. It would be. It really would be. And, unfortunately, we just could not pay that much in luxury tax. So that's why it couldn't happen. Right. But it's honestly pretty cool to think about if Caruso. I mean, and then you think about a healthy AD on defense as well. Always a defensive player of the year candidate, dude. I mean, this Laker team is starting to get its mojo back on defense. I'm starting to see it, right? Sebastian mentioned Stanley Johnson and Austin Reeves. I'm going to go ahead and mention Malik Monk and Avery Bradley on defense, right? And then LeBron James, he had like 4 steals and 3 blocks. So I'm going to mention him on defense. So, really this team has a lot of potential defensively, man. Viking says, had that been LeBron, wow, I would have been reading about LeBum and trash until 2027. For real, dude. That's how it be. If LeBron has a bad game, people will go off and we'll never hear the end of it. But Steph Curry, dude, those fans will hold his hand and say, it's okay. It's okay. It's just a couple bad games. He'll come back next time. But LeBron and KD can't get that treatment. Drew says that was an odd game for my Warriors against the Pelicans. Very interesting, too. Yeah, I don't know how y'all lost to the Pelicans. The Pelicans stink. Gigi says, hopefully we get Caruso back before the Nets game. He has COVID. He went to health and safety protocol. Yeah, having Caruso is huge. Honestly, I think he might be the difference in between you guys determining whether or not you guys will win that game or not, right? So, yeah, I agree with you. Hopefully Caruso can come back. I'm just glad the Bulls are being put on national TV more and they're being recognized more because they've been good for this entire season, and people still don't want to talk about them. Sebastian says the poor fellas against them would have to go through the 9 gates of hell in order to get a bucket. Johnson, Reeves, Caruso, and a healthy AD, and many others. Exactly. Exactly. But even without Caruso, Sebastian, our team has so much potential on defense, and this is where Frank Vogel comes in. He just maximizes the potential of our team when it comes to defense. And although we started off rough because of injuries, COVID, all this other stuff, it was a new team. You know, you're starting to see these past 4, even past like 6 games. If you think about it, we choked against the Grizzlies, right? We were winning by double digits the entire game, and we choked against the Grizzlies in the 4th quarter with 8 minutes to go. Had we beaten the Grizzlies and we'd gone in a 5-6 game winning streak, the narrative would be different. But now the narrative is, oh, well, they're just beating up on trash teams. Well, we beat the Grizzlies earlier this season, and we just choked a game against them, meaning we're capable of beating them. We've done it once, we can do it again. And we've competed with the Warriors and Suns before. I'm just saying. Drew says, does LeBron ankle or his injury that he had last year still affect him in a way? I wouldn't be surprised if it does. You know, that man is just so he just does a lot. He has load managed in the past with ankle soreness and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure it might be bugging him maybe just a little bit from time to time. But overall, he's still good to play. He is still good to play. Let's see. Viking says Avery Bradley could still lock down point guards and spurts. Credit to him and the work he's putting in on his body. 100% agree with you, Viking. Avery Bradley's always been that guy on defense. Really, he asserted himself as a defensive anchor, and just for this game, he just set the tone defensively. And that's the kind of player you want on your team. Any team could use a player like Avery Bradley or Stanley Johnson. It's just great to see. Great stuff to see. Gigi says we play the Warriors next Friday on ESPN. We might need to ban, what do you say? Drew that day. He's going to be unbearable. JK. That's going to be an interesting game because a lot of you guys are Bulls fans. Obviously, we have Drew in here. The Discord's going to pop off on Friday that entire day. I honestly don't see a way that it wouldn't. I mean, we'll see. Drew Dawson says, let's go Warriors. Klay Thompson and Curry go for 55 over the Bulls on Friday. That's an interesting take. I could see that happening just because Curry's capable of going for 30, 35, and Klay can go for 20. I mean, it's possible. It's not a bold pick that you said that, Drew. That being said, I mean, the West is getting better, right? You see the Jazz taking minor steps. You see the Lakers getting better. You see the Suns, they're still first in the West. You see the Grizzlies, they're getting better. So let's not act like the Warriors have a cakewalk to the finals or that it's all said and done in the Western Conference, because there are still plenty of teams out there that are capable of beating the Warriors in a 7-game series. Drew says Andrew Wiggins is doing really well. I completely agree with that. It's probably the one thing that you said all stream long. That's right. He has been playing well this season, and I'll give him credit because I was really tough on him when he was in Minnesota. But he's been playing really well this year, so credit to him. And you know, I just hope he keeps it up. That's all. Just hope he keeps it up. That's all there is to it. Let's see. Peter, what's good, man? Nice to see you back in the stream. You know, I'm in a good mood. Lakers won 4th straight in a row. But it's cool that you're tuning in once again to the stream. Welcome back. Drew says the Warriors will get that 1 seed back again soon. I mean, yeah, you and the Suns are going back and forth. So it doesn't really surprise me if you guys are going to grab that number 1 seed again, or you guys are really going back and forth. There's really no other way to put that. Let's see what else. What is good? What is good, guys? Gigi says, better watch out, Drew. Our record is catching up with y'all. Yeah, but you guys are in separate conferences, so it doesn't really matter now, does it? Unless they match up in the finals, right? So, yeah, Viking says 1 and 2 seed don't really matter. Lakers in 5. Honestly, last year, who was the number 1 seed? It was the Jazz. Yeah, the Jazz were the number 1 seed. They didn't even make it past the semifinals. I mean, so that kind of just goes to show that the 1 seed doesn't really determine everything. And we've seen teams that are a 4 seed, a 5 seed, 3 seed. They're capable of winning the finals just as much as a 1 seed sometimes. Richard Smith says, can the Lakers get the 5th seed? Of course, Richard. They're only half a game out from the 5th seed. I believe Dallas won today, so they're still half a game ahead of us. But we're still very much capable of getting the 5th seed just because of the way that we've been playing. It's winning basketball, man. So I'm just glad that they're competing. And honestly, Richard, I believe they're capable of even grabbing the 4th seed. Even though the Grizzlies are pretty far ahead, right? The season's just about halfway done. There's still plenty of basketball to go. And it's really a grind. So the Lakers are starting to figure out how to win consistently, how to close out games. So it's really possible that they could get the 4th seed. Peter says, "What is your name, bro, and why did you decide to doing streams?" My name is Tony. I started doing streams just because of the fact I could talk with you guys like this. Obviously, I post my recap videos or whatever the case is. So, for me to kind of have this platform to actually talk with you guys live, that's why I started doing this. Drew says, "My Warriors can do it." No one's questioning that, Drew, but will your Warriors win it? Are you willing to bet that your Warriors are going to win? I think that's what we're trying to figure out here. There's a difference between being a number 1 seed or 2 seed and actually winning it all. Unfortunately, I don't care how good the Warriors are playing right now. I just don't see the Warriors winning the championship this year. I'm sorry, I just don't. But man, and you know what's an interesting point, guys, is that I saw something where Kawhi Leonard was ahead of schedule in the rehab and that he could return this season. How awesome would it be? Although I hate the Clippers, if Kawhi Leonard came back healthy and Paul George came back healthy and they were a 7-8 seed and played the Warriors in the first round and beat them. I mean, wouldn't that be something? I'm just saying. There's always a possibility for that. But that's what I'm saying. The season's still so young that you can't say, oh, this team's going to win the chip. What's up, Albert? Great to see you again. Back in the stream. You know, I'm doing good. Lakers getting wins, feeling good. But yeah. See what else. Well, Drew, you said you really think your Warriors can, but it's not about can, it's will they? Because obviously I think the Lakers can, but will they? Two different things. So really you gotta kind of search your position. Are you sitting here right now saying the Warriors are going to win the championship? Peter says Zion Williamson is winning the chip and he will eat it. Yeah, I guarantee it. Only if it's a chocolate chip, man. Now we're memeing Zion Williamson now, huh? That's how we're doing it. Let's see here. I think there's a no. Let's see. Viking says, "I'm willing to bet both of my kidneys, barring injuries, Lakers are greater than the Western Conference." Yeah. I agree with that. Viking. If they don't get injured, I think the Lakers can win it all. It's kind of like what I was thinking last year. Had they not gotten injured, they still took away 2 from the Suns, and they were banged up last season. So we'll see. Albert says Warriors lost to the Pelicans. LOL. Yeah, let's talk about that. How did the Warriors lose to the Pelicans? Can you explain that, Drew? How do the Warriors lose to the Pelicans? Peter says no. Viking says yes. That is what we got in here. You can book it. It's not even close. Gigi says Drew blamed Kerr. Whatever, man. Viking says everyone else better pray for injuries. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. A lot of players understand that injuries are a big part of it. So, LeBron recognizes it, right? Steph recognizes this. It's like whoever's the most healthiest team usually has a good chance at winning it all. Peter says, I'm a LeBron fan, but Westbrook is awful. I disagree with you, Peter. I think he has adapted a new play style. Obviously, he's not going to put up the best shooting numbers. He's never been that kind of guy to put up the best shooting numbers. And he's not going to wow you with the amount of points. But what he did was grab a ton of rebounds and dish the ball out with a ton of assists. While doing that, he was efficient, and he didn't turn the ball over that much. He had the highest plus-minus out of any player on the Lakers. So, it's really looking at, the minor details as opposed to the field goal shooting with that one, Peter. That's just my personal opinion. Drew says, if my Warriors can fix the issues like they have with the turnovers, they will be good. Yeah, but that's an if, right? So why is it invalid if I say if the Lakers don't get injured, they can beat anyone in a 7-game series? Viking says Westbrook hasn't been getting on my nerves for like 3 games now. It has to be like a record or something. Like I've been saying, guys, Westbrook has been playing good basketball. Even though his shooting numbers hasn't been great, it's not about his shooting numbers all the time. It's about him playing efficiently. And when you have a player like Westbrook and he only turns the ball over maybe at max 2-3 times, he's playing efficient basketball. Your team has a really good shot at winning. Man. Peter says, everyone here is West Coast. I am tired. Yeah, that's what I was curious about because I realized it's 9:56 Pacific. That's probably also another part that has to deal with it. Like, is it like 12:56 over there where you guys live, or what's up with that? Viking says, maybe I'll find a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow if Westbrook keeps this up. Yeah, I mean, Westbrook's been playing fantastic ball this season, I think. But yeah. Peter says, just want to tap in. Gonna go watch some Netflix. Hey, man, appreciate you coming through anyways. Have a good night. Enjoy watching Netflix, and I'll see you next time. Gigi says, just deal with it, Drew. Curry ran out of Jordan's secret stuff. Yeah. Peter says, keep it up, bro. Hey, I will, man. This stream's a bit like, in terms of the viewership, it's not that many people, but I'll keep it up. But good night, man. Have a good one. Man. I wonder what's up with that. Usually every stream, there's like at least 15, it seems like. But this one just seems a little dead. It's a little interesting. Yeah. We'll see how Curry responds moving forward, though. As far as Westbrook is concerned, I don't see how you can hate on him when he's not turning the ball over. So I'm just glad. Drew said, the thing is I was going to say is that Andrew Wiggins and Jordan Poole actually did play a pretty good game, but those turnovers against the Pelicans really cost my team. I still don't know how you guys lose to the Pelicans. That's all. Albert says, Kobe White as of late has been playing really well. I don't know if we should trade him now. You know something, Albert? It's like, it's interesting how you say that, but then again, like maybe it's increasing Kobe White's trade value, right? So I don't know. Maybe not. Gigi said, I thought the title of your stream tonight would intrigue people to join. I mean, it really just depends. It is a Friday, right? So Friday night, I don't think people are going to be tuning in as much, just my personal opinion. I don't know. I mean, like, I guess it all depends on the day, the time. But I don't know. It's been kind of iffy. Whatever. It's all good. Viking says lots of haters being the streams, I guess. Maybe. Right? Maybe. Let's see what else is good. I don't know how long I plan on streaming today, but I'll just play it by ear, I guess. It has been a pretty long day now that I think about it, but still. Still. Let's see here. But yeah, to mention your point, Albert, regarding Kobe White, I don't know what the Bulls are going to do with him. It's increasing his trade value since he is playing better and better, right? So there is that. But I know there are other Bulls fans in this chat, so let me know what you guys think regarding Kobe White. I know before this momentum Kobe White had going, Just in general, people are kind of iffy about Kobe White. Let's see. Drew says, and why I'm pretty mad about the loss, but Brandon Ingram had a pretty good game. I got to go to the Pelican security. That's why they won. Pretty much. I still don't know how you guys lose to the Pelicans. I don't care. Like, you guys should not lose to the Pelicans. Viking says, don't trip, chocolate chip. It's all gravy, baby. Grizzlies is going to be a big one. I think the Lakers are going to win that, Viking. I made the prediction that the Lakers were going to come out here and win this game against Atlanta. I called that. Now I believe the Lakers are going to go out and defeat the Grizzlies. Simply because of the fact that they were the team that they should have beaten last time, but they choked a double-digit lead with 9 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, right? They're winning the entire game, and the Grizzlies finally took a lead in the fourth quarter when the Lakers were winning the entire game. So, I think the Lakers will beat the Grizzlies. I think they'll make the statement that, listen, like, the Lakers are a better team than what people are giving them credit for. But I don't know why people forget, but the Lakers beat the Grizzlies earlier this year. Why don't people bring that up? I don't understand it. Gigi says the last 5 or more games he's been averaging 20 plus. He has been. And that brings me to my point as to how the Bulls should proceed that, Should they move on from Kobe White, get the value while you can before maybe this is a fluke. I don't know. I mean, potentially, right? So do you get rid of him while you have the trade value for him? Or do you hold on to him and assume, hey, he's going to keep growing from this point on? Drew says any Sunday. We'll see any given Sunday for all NBA teams. That's true. That is true. So, when the Warriors beat us in the first night of the season, that was just one game, right, Drew? So I'm just using your logic. Any team is very capable of beating anyone, really. So I'm not gonna be surprised if the Lakers beat the Grizzlies. I expect them to, actually, with the way they've been looking. Their defense has been improving. Their offense has been improving. This team's looking better, man. It's just great to see, regardless of what anyone says. Great. It's great stuff. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's see. Coolest, rarest thing says Russell Westbrook is really becoming better and is not rushing his passes and is taking his time and making the right play. 100% correct. Russell Westbrook, although he might not wow you with the amount of points he scores nowadays or with his shooting numbers, like this guy just said, man, he's becoming better. He's playing calmer. He's becoming less turnover. It's just he's playing better. And when you don't turn the ball over, you are going to play more efficiently. Russell Westbrook, double-digit rebounds, double-digit assists, with only 3 turnovers, I believe. He just played a fantastic game. I don't care what anybody says. That's what I love about Russ, is that he gets all the criticism in the world, but he'll do whatever it takes for the team, right? People want to call him a stat patter, whatever the case is. I don't know how anyone would be happy with 4-14 shooting with 9 points. But Westbrook's happy because he won. The team won. And he had a big part to do with it. So I agree with you. Coolest, rarest things about that. Drew Dawson says the Lakers are going to lose to the Denver Nuggets. And what? 7-game series? Cut me a break, dude. Don't start. Don't start with that. The Nuggets would never beat the Lakers in a 7-game series. I'm telling you that now. Don't start with that. Seriously. It's just nice to see, man. 21-19. The Lakers are now 21-19. This is just great stuff. Great stuff. So they're going to be half a game behind for 5th seed. They can realistically catch the 4th seed. So we just have to wait and see how that's going to go. But one game at a time, right? One game at a time. I don't want to worry about the standings because ultimately Lakers just got to worry about themselves. And if they do that, then good things will come. That is what I believe. Anyways. Let us see. Sebastian says, having to face Jokic will be a nightmare. Okay, but we have the tools to beat the Nuggets too. Exactly. See, the thing about the Lakers is that they're so flexible, right? They could play big with Dwight, with LeBron, with AD, with even DeAndre Jordan, even though I don't like him. And they have the ability to play small ball with LeBron at center. So really, I mean, not many teams can do that. Play big, but at the same time, play the small ball when needed to. So I agree with that. We do have the tools to beat the Nuggets, and it's not like the Nuggets have been playing, their best basketball this season either. They're 19 and 18. So by what means would you say that the Nuggets would beat us in a 7-game series? I'm sorry, I take LeBron over the Nuggets. Coolest rarest thing says Lakers made the right move by signing Avery Bradley. Dude's a beast, 100%. When we signed Avery Bradley, we knew it was going to be great. Laker fans knew it was going to be great because of the things that he did for us before the bubble, right? Because he didn't participate in the bubble. But what I'm simply saying is that Avery Bradley has always been that guy. He's always been someone that's going to give you effort, going to give you defense, going to give you intensity. And I thought he did a great job against Trae Young. I thought he made him uncomfortable. And if I'm being honest here, Trae Young, like he didn't necessarily have the best game. I don't care if he had 25, 9, and 14. He did not make winning plays when it mattered most. And he got a lot of free throws, okay? It's kind of like the James Harden deal, right? He is a talented player, right? He is a talented offensive player. But what I'm simply saying is that a lot of his points, 8 points out of the 25 came from the free throw line. He shot 1 of 7 from 3. I just don't know. And he had 9 turnovers, which is my thing. So Avery Bradley did his thing. Malik Monk did his thing. Trae Young did just not play well. He did not. Casuals will want to look at points, rebounds, and assists, but it's so much more than that. Drew Dawson says James Wiseman will be a nightmare for any team in the NBA. We'll see about that, man. James Wiseman looks solid, but we'll see. It is over for the NBA. Fully healthy Warriors. No one's going to beat them. So are you saying here and right now, Drew, that the Warriors are going to win the championship? Is that what you're saying? I want you to put a bet on it. Is that what's going to happen? I want your guys' pick right now because we're almost 41 games into the season, almost halfway into the season. Who's winning the championship this year? I want to know. I want to know your guys' opinions on that. So you think the Warriors are going to win the chip? Okay, I'm gonna hold you to it. I'm gonna hold you to it, Drew. And if they don't, then we're gonna have to figure something out. We're gonna have to figure something out. Well, yeah. Let's see here. Sebastian says Malik Monk. This man is going mad. A true steal from the player all the way to his way. Yep, 100%. Malik Monk is that guy. He's always been that guy. And it's just an absolute robbery how we have him on a veteran minimum. I love his attitude. I love what he brings. It's not just him jacking up a bunch of threes. He has a mid-range. He can slash. He can play defense. And he's gotten better every single year. That's what you want to see out of a young guy. Do they get better? And Malik Monk has been getting better. So just great stuff from Malik Monk, man. Coolest, rarest thing say, do you think the Lakers will sign Demarcus Cousins? I do. I do think they will. Just because the Lakers and Demarcus Cousins have a good relationship with each other. And Demarcus Cousins, I think, is better than DeAndre Jordan. DeAndre Jordan's just complete trash. So, I mean, it does make sense for us to get maybe another center like DeMarcus Cousins. We're not asking a lot from him. We're just asking him, hey, man, get some rebounds, box out, just do what you do. Okay, we're not asking you to put up 20. We're not even asking you to put up 10. Okay, like he's not going to get many minutes to begin with because we already have Dwight, LeBron. But he might play some minutes every now and then if someone's in COVID protocol or someone gets hurt or if rotations or people are resting. So, if someone asks me, what does this team need, right? Maybe it is another center because I saw a report where the Lakers are wanting AD to play center when he gets back. That's just a red flag. To have him play those kind of minutes of center is a no-no. So I do believe signing DeMarcus Cousins would be the right thing to do. Drew Dawson says, no, my Warriors need him. Why would your Warriors need him? I thought James Wiseman is the GOAT. I thought he's going to be a nightmare. I thought the Warriors are going to win the chip when they're fully healthy. You don't need anyone if you truly believe that. Right, Drew? I mean, I don't see where the lie is with that. Gigi says, I want the Bulls to get Demarcus Cousins. Bulls need a backup center. I mean, yeah, I don't see how it would be a bad thing for you guys, you know? If I'm the Bulls and you have DeAndre Jordan and DeMarcus Cousins available to you, you definitely go DeMarcus Cousins. I think that's without a doubt. I just don't know who else would be available by then. I guess it's just yet to be seen, but yeah. Kawhi Looney's terrible. Sebastian says, step aside. Boogie's ours. We'll give y'all DeAndre Jordan. Hey, man, I would 100% do that. If you guys want DeAndre Jordan, we'll go ahead and keep DeMarcus Cousins. Drew suggests that Kawhi Looney needs to go. He is too slow. Yeah. I think I don't know. It's just me. I don't think the Warriors are going to win the championship this year. I'm sorry. I just don't see it. I don't care what their record is, everyone. I don't care. Something about this is telling me that they're not going to win the chip. I still feel like they're missing something, even though they have a really good roster as currently constructed, you know? But yeah. I might have to end the stream a little bit early. I'll maybe cut it off at like an hour or something. But we'll go ahead, just keep things going on for now. It is a Friday night, so I don't expect many people to join in the first place, right? So, I mean, we can chat in Discord anyways. Not a big deal. I wonder who Boogie's going to sign with. I thought he was playing, like, okay for Milwaukee. I didn't think he played poorly. But I don't know. I don't know why Milwaukee. I don't really understand their point of view, but I don't know. I don't keep up with the Bucks every day, so I don't know why they got rid of Boogie. Maybe it's to keep an open roster spot for someone else. I don't know. But yeah, just gotta wait and see. There are only 4 people in the stream, so yeah. Drew says the Warriors can still make a little trade. Yeah, but I don't know. Gigi says Brook is probably coming back soon. That's probably it. But Drew, I mean, it depends what trade you guys can make. Essentially, you guys already have a good team. When you guys are going to get rid of someone for getting someone in return, how much better is that going to make your team? Because it's not all about what you're getting. It's about who you're giving up. I think that's what a lot of people tend to forget when they look at a trade. So would it really make the Warriors that much better if they made a trade? I mean, it depends. It depends. Also, I heard a report saying that the Hawks may get Ben Simmons, that there is, increasing interest between the Hawks and Ben Simmons. That would be very interesting with Ben Simmons and Trae Young. I don't know who the Hawks would give up to get someone like Ben Simmons. But it'd be interesting. Definitely interesting. Maybe Gallinari. I don't know. I don't know who they'd give up. I really don't know. Yeah, Drew, we'll see. We'll see, Drew. I don't know, man. I just want to be there for the day that the Warriors get eliminated. I think everyone in the chat wants to see that too. So, just got to wait and see. Just got to wait and see. So, what's good, guys? Now, there's only a few people in this chat. But I'll go ahead and keep streaming for like 2 more minutes or so. Go ahead, leave your thoughts on anything. Quinn Cook to the Warriors again? I mean, whatever. Quinn Cook's a defensive liability. The Lakers had him, right, for the championship team. He didn't really do anything. Antonio said nobody wants to join the Brick Brothers. We'll see about that. I hope no one does, but Hey, man. I realistically don't know who the Warriors can. I mean, can they get Ben Simmons? Probably, but they're gonna have to trade someone like Draymond and a couple other pieces. I don't think the Warriors would want to do that. Um, but other than Ben Simmons, who is in interest of the Warriors? Like, I don't know. I don't know who could be a tradable piece that would make the Warriors that much better. Let me just go ahead, see what's good with the game, what the players are saying. I like to do this just to kind of see what their mindset is at. Let's see. Lakers are 5-0 when LeBron starts at center and averages 127 points in those games. Once again. See, this is what I don't like. I'm scrolling through social media, and it says LeBron did it all tonight. 32 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists, 4 steals, 3 blocks. I get that. LeBron had an amazing game. He closed the game out, but dang, dude, talk about Malik Monk. Talk about Avery Bradley. Talk about these other players, not just LeBron. The Lakers are 16-5 when Austin Reeves plays. That's interesting. LeBron said, with these wins, with these games, the rosters are becoming more stable. The lineups are becoming more crisp. Antonio says, what grade do you give Westbrook tonight? I give him an A-. I give him an A- because, obviously he still played really, really well, right? He only turned the ball over 2 or 3 times. But outside, other than, him doing what he does, he did shoot a little poorly, right? 4 of 16 or 4 of 17. So that's why I give him an A-. But other than that, I thought he did everything else really, really well. Getting the others involved, like Avery Bradley, Malik Monk in the first quarter. Really choosing when to do what, being smarter about it, and not turning the ball over as the primary ball handler / point guard of the team. I give him an A- for that because honestly, great job by Westbrook. Seriously. Yeah, I mean, realistically, I don't want to look too far ahead, but realistically, the Lakers play the Grizzlies in the first round. I think the Lakers beat that team. I think they beat the Grizzlies in a first round series. Then they would proceed to play either Golden State or Phoenix. So that would be very, very interesting. Let's see. Antonio says, you think a team wants Jordan and Benz? Drew says, don't forget the Warriors can probably pull a sign and can still probably pull and sign Monte Ellis back. I don't know if Monte Ellis makes their team that much better, though. Drew, I don't know about that one. Could they do it? Probably. Would it make them better? Not too much better. I don't know. Monte Ellis is just kind of a random name out there. Just out of curiosity, I want to know who's in the chat. Is it Antonio, Drew, Gigi? Who else? There's only like 5 people in here. Yeah, it has been a long day though. Been a very, very long day. I'm glad they ended it off on a good note by winning today. Let's see. It is a Friday night, so I might actually just end the stream now. Probably just give it another couple minutes. Maybe give you all the opportunity to say what you want to say, and then I will go ahead and end the stream when needed. And we will go from there. Next game is, let's see. I think the next game is against the Grizzlies. It is on Sunday. I am predicting that the Lakers are going to beat the Grizzlies on Sunday. But just an FYI, I'll be streaming. So game starts at 6:30 p.m. Pacific. I'll be streaming 9 p.m. Pacific. So keep in mind for that. I'll send out also a notification in the Discord. If you guys haven't already, you can go ahead, join my Discord. It's in my descriptions of the videos. I post in the comments in the live stream as well. But yeah, let's see. A couple more comments coming in. Drew says, who do you think would be a real backup point guard for Curry because we ain't got nothing for him? I don't really know, to be honest with you. I don't know who's available in the market right now, Drew. But yeah, you guys would need a backup point guard. because Curry can't do everything. Antonio says, who do you got for tomorrow's game? Cowgirls versus Eagles. Hmm. I'm gonna go up the rail and just say that the Cowboys are gonna win it. I don't want them to win it, but I just think the Cowboys are a bit more established. They have more to fight for, obviously, right now. I mean, the Eagles are, in the playoff hunt, but the Cowboys are trying to put themselves in a playoff position that they want to be in, and I think they are the better team right now. I don't know. Their defense has been, something else this year with the defensive players that they got. Michael Parsons. Uh, it's just ridiculous. I would be a little surprised though if the Eagles won this game. I don't think anyone is resting. I don't think anyone is. Is anyone resting? But we'll see. Let's see. Yeah, but Antonio, I'm gonna have to go with the Cowboys on that one. Unfortunately, I have to pick the Cowboys. I think there's a couple of other NFL games tomorrow that are pretty crucial, like the Chiefs Broncos and then the Chargers Raiders. I don't think that's tomorrow. I don't know, to see the schedule, but those are some pretty important games, obviously. But I haven't really kept up with the NFL as much recently just because my Seahawks are eliminated. So it is what it is. On to the next season, right? I think things will be better for us next year. Let's go ahead. Just wait for a couple more comments to come in. I'll end the stream in about a minute or so. Is Gigi in the chat? Gigi, if you are in the chat, make yourself known because I know last time you said that you could not start the countdown last time. So you can go ahead, give me the opportunity to do it this time. But yeah. Oh, there you are. Gigi says hopefully the Bears lose so they can fire Nagy Monday morning. Yeah, I still don't know why they haven't fired Nagy. I don't know what it is with the Bears. I never understood it, but whatever. Whatever, I guess. Let's see here. Yep, and Gigi has started the counter from 30, and once that counter hits 0, or what are you counting from? 20, 30? Yeah, you're all over the place, Gigi. I don't even know at this point. Okay, so he's starting from 29, or 30, sorry, 30. Like I mentioned before, drop a like, sub if you haven't already. Posted the recap video on the channel, so if you guys want, go ahead and check that video out. Other than that, I will be streaming on Sunday around like 9 p.m. Pacific. 9 p.m. Pacific, I'll be streaming around that time because, that's when the Lakers game finishes against the Memphis Grizzlies. So go ahead and tune in when that time. I will notify you guys on the Discord chat. And if you guys haven't joined the Discord chat, I highly encourage that you do because there are plenty of people in there. We all have a great time talking sports, whatever. So go ahead and do so. Links in the description of my videos, my channel description, whatever the case is. Other than that, I leave it to you. Enjoy your guys' weekend. Anything else you guys want to mention before the counter's put to 0? Gigi is at 14 seconds, so we'll go ahead. Just read up a couple more comments. Drew says Warriors for life. Okay. We shall see what happens to them in the upcoming weeks. Drew Dawson says Kobe is the GOAT. I love you for that. That's what I want to hear from you, Drew. But yeah, go ahead in the stream whenever Gigi's counter gets to. So go ahead and do so. All right, good night, Drew. Appreciate you coming through. I'll see you next time, whenever that is. As always, appreciate the support. And the countdown has reached 5 seconds from Gigi. So I wish you guys a good weekend. And I'll see y'all on Sunday, okay? Take it easy. I'm just waiting for Gigi to end the counter. You can end it at 0, Gigi. Good night, guys.